This is JD Stewart, MD, Magic Dude with the New Magic Academy, and I'm here with Eric Anderson. He's going to be doing our lecture, and I'm excited to have him. I remember when I got an email from him, he was actually asking if I'd be interested in having him at Ring 60 for a lecture, and I could just tell by the type of material that he sent out, the way he presented himself, that this guy is a professional, and I was excited to have him, and I'm extra excited to have him being brought to you. To be honest with you, I have not worked with Eric before, but I can tell by the type of stuff that he has done, some of the videos he sent out, that this guy is nothing but a pro. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing incredible. And yourself?
Great. Tell us a little bit about the lecture and what people can expect to learn.
Okay. Well, in this simple form, it's magic with a message. And I like to show people how to speak with your magic, how to speak with your magic. So I'm a magician, right? I get contracted and hired as a speaker all over the world, right? I've changed a little bit now, but it's gone virtual now, which is also very cool. So yeah, it's magic with a message. I had to take what it is that you're able to do as a magician, right? Combine it with your past, with your history, with your expertise, whatever that happens to be, and showing you how to get paid some nice sums of money, right? It's all relative, but some nice sums of money doing what you love to do, and just showing you a different way of doing it that's easy to do. You know, it's not complicated.
Great. You know, one of the things that people generally think about when they hear about magic with a message is that's usually associated with gospel message, but you've done a lot of corporate work.
Correct,
so
yes.
What kind of companies have you worked with?
Lots of major companies. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, which is full of corporations. But interesting enough, most of the stuff I do is outside of Atlanta. But Home Depot, Delta Airlines, Coca-Cola, lots of the companies that are here. And but again, people think you're better than you actually are if they got to put you on a plane and fly you someplace, right?
That's so true.
Yeah, so I'm all over the place. But the benefit now is with the virtual stuff. I mean, obviously what's going on in the world right now is with COVID and everything, isn't necessarily positive, right? At the same time, though, it's opened up all of these other opportunities where people and organizations are bringing performers, speakers, bringing us online, right, to now present what we do to in some cases, a much larger audience.
Great. What kinds of messages do you bring to your corporate audiences?
Okay. Well, initially, so I'll give you a little bit of backstory. Initially, it started with me doing sales meetings, trade shows, product introductions, road shows, right? Mm-hmm. And my backstory is I grew up in group homes and foster homes. And so the story goes, I was coming off the road and I was talking with a really good friend of mine and just about the experience and what I was doing. And she was telling me, Eric, this is not like what you've done isn't normal, right? She was talking about based on my past. Mm-hmm. And she said, you ought to tell that story to people. I said, nobody wants to hear that mess. And that was just, nobody wants to hear that. But she stayed on me about it, right? So during a presentation, I kind of casually, at the very end of the presentation, I kind of casually told some of my story. And the response was very different than everything else I had received up until that moment. And none of the questions had anything to do with how I did the magic. And everybody wanted to know how I changed my life, right? How I have this great attitude despite obstacles and all that good stuff that we all face, right? Mm-hmm. And so then I slowly started transitioning into speaking, right? So speak with your magic, right? Speaking and combining magic and magic with a message. So not necessarily, even though I've worked in lots of religious organizations, churches, most of it is for organizations, corporations, foster care, some of my backstory, but it's for groups like that because they still want to inspire people in a very interesting way. And magic is something that allows you to go do that.
Great. I tell you what, I'm excited about this lecture. I think that people are going to learn a lot. I know that I'm anticipating learning a lot. And I am really excited about hearing more of your story, about how you are going about getting these gigs, how you put your magic with a message. You don't let the magic override the message, and you use it as an illustration to support it and to drive home that message. That to me, I think, is going to be great a great lesson, and I'm looking forward to learning it. Yeah, before we go, is there any last bit of details, or you want to tell people why they should tune in?
Well, I mean, tune in because it's not just, obviously it's Magic with a Message, and that's the speak with your magic, right? But I go over everything from marketing, how to get the gigs, how to put together a presentation, right? Because putting together a performance presentation and putting together a presentation combined with magic is a very different thing. It's some similarities, but it's still very different. And so I'm gonna walk you through some of the, I guess you want to call them routines that I do in that particular environment. And but it's gonna be the full things. I'm gonna show you how to, I'm gonna reveal a very powerful marketing method that I've used since the very beginning, that, and I'm gonna show you in real time it booking events for me. Like you'll see it actually booking events for me and how it played out. So it's gonna be a lot of information, but it's gonna be information that you could go use, information that you could apply in your business. And it's some, you know, obviously I'm biased, but it's powerful stuff.
Well, great. Like I said, I'm excited, guys. You want to be here for this. I'm anticipating learning a lot. And this is something, speakers are paid more than magicians. And so if you are someone who works in a corporation, you want to work for a corporation, you want to perform for a corporation, speak for a corporation, if you have something you want to say, you can use your magic to help say it. So we're going to see you this next Sunday, and for a great lecture on, I believe it's on the 15th. Is that right? We've got coming up.
December 13th is what I have.
13th.
Down.
That's right. I haven't turned my calendar. That's right. That's why. The guys on my mail list know that I am not good with dates. So
right.
So
hey,
as you well know,
we'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eric. And we'll see y'all guys. You want to turn in for this because this is going to be great. We'll see you.
Yep.
Have a great time.